Okay, so we're recording the Authentic Life Mastery Q&A call for April 22nd, 2019. Go ahead, Adeline. Share what's happening with your dream.
Well, it's just been a little flurry of activity with regards to the building of my sewing room. So as part of it, sort of like kind of like a little unexpected plan, going to extend it just a little bit. So that meant knocking down the shelves of the storage area underneath the stairs. But before I could do that, meant that I had 2 shelving units full of paint. So I was going through all the paint cans one by one, seeing which one was good, which one was not, and getting rid of half of them. So it's just sort of like, oh, gone. So that felt really good. Got rid of the old crappy shelving unit, so that felt good. Got the floor swept out for my new room, so that felt good. Transplanted some houseplants. It's just been like cool.
Wow, you are on a roll.
Yeah, and I started house cleaning too, even more.
Oh my, so spring cleaning, house cleaning, closet cleaning.
Plant transplanting, it's been good.
Oh, beautiful. And how's it going in terms of the blueprint? Were these things that were on the list, or are these things that you've just added to the?
They got added on.
Okay.
But it just feels so much nicer now in the living room. I've got some really nice pots that have a common theme instead of just being mismatched ugly things.
Oh.
Themselves are in a healthier position instead of being crowded into a pot. They now have room to grow. Oh, it just looks pretty.
Ah,
Made a little trellis for one of them.
nice. Okay, good. So, I did not receive any questions in advance from anyone. So you've got the floor. What's your question?
Oh, now that is a good question. I've just been so concentrating on getting things done, I didn't really think of myself. All right, so here's my question then. How can I, instead of getting caught up in the business of activities, remember to take time for myself, for my own personal growth?
Okay. I love this question. Well, for your own personal growth, you mentioned, or? Okay. When you say your own personal growth, what is it that you're wanting to work on?
Being consistent in applying the sort of NLP techniques I've been learning through you. Doing the 9 steps. What are my intentions for the day, and kind of doing the internal, the work for the internal.
Right. Okay. Did you get a chance to watch the replay of the call last week?
No, I did not.
Okay. The answer might be there, so I really recommend you go back. Yep. And the reason is that we did it all on momentum. The topic was mastering momentum last week. And there's a PowerPoint presentation. It's giving you some really thoughtful approaches, things to think about in terms of what stops you from having that momentum on doing what it is that you want to be doing. So right now you've got momentum with working with your project, the sewing project, the sewing room, the house cleaning. Now do you get a sense that you're finding yourself getting off track a little, although no one's going to, yeah. So doing all those other activities, while they're important, how in line are they with the ultimate dream of the sewing room and doing the actual sewing is a question that you want to ask yourself. Okay. And also that you want to work on your own personal growth. So I want you to think about those morning rituals as being something that you simply wouldn't leave the house without doing, or you simply, you get up in the morning, some of the first things you do, you go to the loo, you take care of, you wouldn't leave the house without brushing your teeth. You wouldn't, you know what I mean? It's one of those things that you just refuse to ignore. And those morning rituals are something that need to be in that category. So what needs to happen for you to elevate the importance of those morning rituals so that you will give yourself that time to do the journaling, to set your intention, define your outcome, and identify the state that's going to support you, and get your unconscious support from that, from your unconscious to support you. Just share a little bit about, what do you feel is stopping you?
I think I haven't set my intention the night before.
Okay.
So it's this whole, sitting down and just doing the 9 steps, setting my intention. I have not been doing that at all. And then I just, get up and, this needs to be done, that needs to be done, and just get going on the day.
You got it. So what could you do to remind yourself the night before?
Ooh, I could put my journal on the bed now, couldn't I?
Okay. So you would have the journal on the bed so that when you wake up in the morning, it'll be there, or
I meant more in, journaling what went through my head during the day. So the actual journal that we talked about, and with that, then setting the intention to, get my signals and.
Yeah. Okay. So what could you do to remind yourself to journal in the evening before bed?
I guess it would be the same thing, just making the journal handy right there. It keeps getting moved about and then pushed around and buried, so making it more prominently visible, accessible.
Okay. So the strategy that works for you is when you see the journal, what happens typically? Like, so,
It's this gets a little complex. Sometimes I'll write in it, and most times I go, yeah, later.
yeah, I wondered about that.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of testing your strategy in regards to, will putting the journal on the nightstand or close to the bed, would seeing it trigger you to pick it up and write in it? So sometimes it does, sometimes there's internal dialogue that says what, without getting into too much content. You can just acknowledge that you know what you say to yourself, or you could share it. It's up to you.
I think it may be a little of maybe a little bit of just the habit of later and nothing really to talk about today. Yeah, I think it's a combination of those two.
Yeah, so saying to yourself, I'll do it later, or nothing really to write about today. Yeah. Anything else that you might say to yourself?
Maybe maybe just not in the mood or too distracted.
So you might say to yourself, I'm not in the mood.
Something like that.
So these are all internal dialogues. The one about being distracted, is that a big piece of this, or is that something you can just let go, that bit about being distracted?
I'm really not too sure how to answer that one. It's all part of it.
So maybe, is it possible you're not seeing it? You're distracted, so you're actually not even seeing the journal.
Yeah, the familiarity is, it's there, and just walk right past it.
Right. Okay. So that possibly is the second strategy. So for the strategy where you do see it, and you have one of three, you've identified different internal dialogues. What could you say to yourself instead that would move you towards actually opening it up and writing in it? What could you say to yourself?
This is important for me.
Okay.
I want to do this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it would be those two responses.
Okay. This is important to me. I want to do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do now is I want you to imagine seeing the journal. So stay in associated to this. Imagine seeing the journal wherever it is placed. And is it near the bedside right now? As you're seeing it, where is it? Or is it anywhere? Oh, your voice is not on.
I moved it room.
Okay, you moved it to?
My little office.
Okay, so
get it back out of there.
Okay, so where is the placement of the journal going to be that you're most likely to see it at that time of evening that you want to journal? Where would it be best positioned?
On my nightstand.
On the nightstand. So so you're going to close your eyes and you're going to imagine seeing the journal on your nightstand. So you walk into the bedroom, you know it's there because you placed it there, and unconsciously your unconscious knows it's there, and you're going to get closer to the bed. You see the journal and you're going to say, this is important to me. I want to do this. So go inside and say that to yourself, and you can say it out loud. I would like you to say it the way you will say it when you're in the real situation. Would you say it out loud, or would you say it to yourself?
Probably. I'd probably say it to myself.
Okay, let's see what happens when you say it out loud. Can you, in the circumstances you're in right now?
Okay.
While you're
this is important to me. I want to do it.
Okay, your screen froze, so I'll just wait for that to. I want to witness this. Okay, so now, starting again, you're going to close your eyes. You're going to see you're walking into the room. You're seeing your bedroom. You're walking towards the bed. You're seeing the journal, and out loud, go ahead and say those two sentences.
This is important to me. I want to do this.
That's right. And I want to hear it again.
Okay. This might not work in this particular situation right now.
Say it one more time. See the shift already.
Okay. This is important to me. I want to do this.
Okay. So I want you to continue repeating those two sentences internally to yourself after the call. And now what I want you to do is see yourself reaching out. So you're staying associated. You see the journal. You've said those two sentences. You're going to reach out. So imagine feeling your body reaching out to pick it up, picking up the pen. Feel the feeling of the journal. See the journal as you open it. Feel your hand as it begins to write. See the words on the paper. And continue in this process, creating a new strategy. And give me a nod when you've completed the journaling. Now your body is moving because the vehicle's moving, so just give me a significant nod so I know you're done. Okay, now I want you to notice how you feel having journaled. That's right.
Satisfied.
Satisfied. Lovely. Okay. I have one more question. How committed are you to putting this strategy into place? Will it be this evening, by the way, that you'll be doing this? Okay. So you know that the journal needs to be at the bedside. So that's the first thing that needs to happen, unless it's there already. I think you said it's in the office. Right? So what needs to happen for you to move the journal to the bedroom as soon as you get home?
Just walk down the hall into my office, see it on the shelf, pick it up, and walk back to the bedroom and make myself comfy and start writing.
Okay, so it'll be an immediate pick up the journal from the office and bring it to the bedroom. So this, where are you guys? You're on a country road?
A pothole.
Okay, so the strategy is a little bit different. I wasn't certain at what stage we're the strategy you just did is going to work. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, actually, sorry, when I get home, I actually going to be talking with Mike because he'll be back from his trip, so I'll be doing that first.
Okay, so before you talk with Mike, are you willing to take the first step to go to the office, pick up the journal, and put it by the bedside table?
I can do that.
Okay. What will it take for you to remember to do that?
I don't know, set the intention.
Set an intention? Is there,
I can set myself a little alarm on my phone here.
yes, so that you remember to go to the office, put the journal by the nightstand, right?
Yep.
And then you can have the conversation with Mike. And then the strategy that we just did will start when you go to bed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. We could have done another strategy for the book being in the office, and it's okay. You're going to put a timer or a reminder and do that. Then when you go to bed, you're going to activate the strategy. Thank you very much, Adeline. I can see that you've reached your destination. You good?
Yep.
Let us know how it goes. Pop a message on the private Facebook group and let us know.
Okay, will do.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Lauren. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Adeline's frozen. I don't know if she turned off her let's see if I can stop her video. Yeah, there we go. Are you still there? Oh, now I've lost you. I've lost your, oh, Adeline's talking. Oh boy.
I don't want to be. I'm trying to figure out a way to turn this thing off, and I'm just going to shut my phone off. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, now Lauren, your screen has gone completely blank. Oh. Okay, I think we've lost Lauren. Nope. There you are.
Sorry, the internet on my computer just seemed to have died.
Oh, okay. That explains it. How are you?
Oh my gosh. I will be much better when I have a new computer and I don't have to worry about this internet constantly dying on me.
Oh. What are you celebrating, or what do you wish to share, or do you want to dive right in with a question? It's floor's all yours.
What am I celebrating today? I'm celebrating that I had my manager at Urban Barn was on vacation all last week, and so I was in charge of the store for the week, and we had an amazing week sales wise. We had really high conversion, like we were in like 19 to 28% conversion the whole week. We did almost $90,000 in sales in the week, which was like so high above our goal. It's unbelievable. Yeah, had a really, really good week. And I'm going tomorrow to a different store to train, to do like store manager training, which is good. Well, it's with this one guy who I feel is largely incompetent, but we'll see if he has some nuggets that I can learn from him. He's been in retail for a long time, so hopefully there's something that I can get from that. But yeah, so that was just really good. My manager, today was her first day back from vacation, and so really we just spent the whole day talking and like just kind of getting caught up and making sure that she's good and catching her up on the work that I had done and that kind of thing. So it was nice while she was away. I scheduled a bunch of things for her to do with the staff because she's the kind of manager who paperwork does not exist. Like she just wants to sell and she just wants to do and she wants to be in it. And admin and emails and paperwork, like fuck it, that'll happen when it happens. Whereas I tend to be closer to that end of the spectrum. I'd rather do the admin work over selling. I enjoy it, but like I'd rather do more of the admin stuff. And so there's a lot of stuff that I got to start and that I got to put in place for her to follow up on while I'm doing the masters. So it was perfect.
Nice.
She was very ready to go home by 5 o'clock.
Okay. Well, that's a stellar employee, somebody who supports a manager the way you do. That's a gift, and I hope you know that. Yeah, it's so fantastic. Good for you. Yay. So what questions do you have for me today?
What questions do I have for you? I don't know 100%. The theme for this month was the hero's journey, correct? Or was that last month? No. The theme for this month was mastery?
Mastering momentum.
Mastering momentum. Okay. Which I haven't implemented what you had taught us in the mastermind call. I'm just like trying to sort out what facets of life are happening in this call. I feel like what I'm curious about right now is the stuff that Matthew had been going on about in the client conversion formula and just kind of bouncing ideas off about that, but I don't know if it's appropriate for this venue.
Absolutely.